Depending on what deadener you buy, this is what they look like when they come in. I ordered the 50 square feet of the roll deadener. What I usually do is I just roll it out, mark it, then cut it. Now with the deadener cut, I'm going to attempt to start putting the deadener on the door. First I'm going to do is get pretty comfortable to where you're not going to, have to get back up. Go ahead and peel the backing off the deadener. And what you want to do is line it up with your clips at the bottom and your clips on the side before you start pressing it on. It's really not all that easy to do by yourself, but it can be done. Thing is, I have some speaker wire in there I'm going to have to cut a hole for to push it through, so I have to get my razor back out. So I can feed it through. Just gonna cut a little bitty hole in here to where I can feed it through. Usually just do an X. Kind of poke my finger through there. That's all you got to do with that. So what I usually do is I'll go ahead and kind of press it down by hand. Start kind of from in the middle so you can contour the deadener. The deadener does stretch a little bit, but it won't give a whole lot. So you kind of want to start from the middle and work your way out. That way you can kind of work it in spots. Because once you kind of work your outer edges in, you won't have as much stretch in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to go over this and kind of press it in from the middle out and kind of work its way up. You've also got I got manual windows, so I actually got to cut the hole for the manual windows here too. Kind of like that. Like I said, just keep pressing, working your way out to the edges. This is a pretty boring part, so I'm going to put it on pause until I get this part done. Now after I kind of get it pressed into place, I go ahead and use the supplied roller and kind of work in the contours of some of the spots where it kind of goes deeper than some of the around the higher points. You really want to get really good contact with this stuff to get its full usage. It's any place you don't get it pressed in, it's really not going to deaden out the metal as much. So the more contact you actually get with the metal, the better it's going to deaden the sound out. Also want to show you, I got clips. I'm gonna have to trim around the clips. That way you don't have any kind of interference when you go to put your door panel back on. Kind of just press into that right there. Find your top edge. Kind of hard to do one-handed. Then you just want to kind of peel that off away and then press that back down around the clip. You'll have to do that on all of them. I've got them all around the doors. I'll go ahead and do that and continue to roll it out, and I'll come back. As you can see, one piece wasn't quite tall enough to fit my whole door, so I'm actually gonna have to cut another piece to go from there to up over here. I'm gonna actually curl it up on this lip. I just measured it. It's 6 inches, so I'm gonna go back in the house and cut that piece out, and I'll come back.